Just first thoughts.
We need to talk a lot.
A lot?
Just in
Wait,
case
why?
they say a lot of shit. No, I'm not coming at you. It's just for the time where like that stuck with me. They're like, man, okay, it's fucking just doesn't shut the fuck up with this video. I'm like, son. Since it's Melty, I want you to go first and say a lot of stuff.
For Guilty Gear, I only felt bad about one thing. I was like, I think Plus R is an S tier game. You're like, no. I'm like, okay.
I actually can't 5p that. That's your footsies? Can you guys hear me? I think my PC exploded. Don't let someone else control your life. Keep your passwords safe with Keeper Security. What's going on, everybody? LK here, once again with ApologyMan. And today, once again, I'm gonna say this every video because I don't know how to express this. Besides, I really thought this was not going to happen. Melty Blood, type Lumina, 2021. First impressions. How are you feeling?
Dude, this game is pretty interesting. I don't really have that kind of Melty experience. I played Actress again, like here and there, but I've been having fun. I played like 5 hours about yesterday, played some matches, and it's something. It's very different than most fighting games I've played, but I've been having fun so far. But there's a lot more I need to learn right now. But I've been having a good time. How about you?
Oh. Well, don't worry, I'm not laughing at you. There's a lot to talk about, I feel like. You may or may not have heard, but I have played Melty Blood more than once. I don't know if you.
I'm familiar with your Melty Blood history. Yeah.
Yeah. I played the game more than one time. So it's been an interesting experience. I mean, the surprise that the game exists aside, like, so far I've been overall having fun with the game. There are things that I really like, and there are things I really dislike. And right now I'm kind of trying to sort out in my head, am I disliking it purely because of like legacy stuff, or is it something that I just think is bad and I'm gonna just deal with it for the future? A really good example would be the shielding. So that's probably the number one thing. So similarly to you, I would say I played matches for 5 hours, but I also did a bunch of training mode stuff. Mm-hmm. And by far, the number one error I made yesterday revolves around shield. Not even like that whole Soul Calibur shield thing that's going on.
Reversal edge,
yeah. Instead, when in MBAA, right? When you shield low, you can only shield lows. When you shield high, you can shield mids and overheads. Right? So I would see somebody holding low shield and I would try to hit them with a mid. I'd be like, oh, time to die. And then I get parried and then I don't do anything because I'm used to just getting a counter hit in that situation. So there's a lot of little things like that like it just kind of feels a little bit off to me. And I'm just kind of like playing through it right now to see how I feel. But overall, it's like pretty fun so far. Who are you playing?
I'm playing Vlov. He's pretty cool. I originally played Nero in Actress again when I did play whenever I did, and I think he's like dead or something. Spoilers. I don't know. I don't know about the visual novel stuff that much, but I was kind of sad that he wasn't in the game because I felt like he was a pretty popular character. But Vlov is pretty cool. I like his design. I don't really know what playing a zoner is like in Melty, if a zoner or space control, but so far it's been like pretty interesting. Yeah, the shield mechanic is definitely like the main thing I'm like trying to figure out. I'm like working my hardest to not like interact with it because once you activate the shield, right, you can do like the launch follow-up or like the teleport behind, or you can do like or spend like half of your moon to like go through them with that BC follow-up. And I'm just like, damn, man, like you have to interact with this mechanic. When I'm full screen, like as Vlav, I'm just like shooting fireballs or shooting ice. They're like shielding, and I'm like, oh no, they could like at any moment like come up to me. I'm like, am I viewing zoning wrong in this game? Like I don't really fully understand it, but it's gonna take some time for me to really like wrap my head around this game, because yeah, the shield mechanic is so weird. It is so weird. And yeah, I know like the recovery also on the shield like changes like based on like what your moon level is. There's a lot of mechanics in this game. There are so many like system mechanics in this game that it's gonna take some time for me to like really fully understand it. But yeah, I've been enjoying playing Vlav. He's cool. He's got that drip, you know.
He's got that drip. Well, thankfully, if you think the characters have no drip, you can customize your character a little bit. So even though I was already pretty happy with the color I was playing, I did just a little tweaking, small little tweaks.
Spruce it up, yeah.
A little bit, yeah. Gave her some gloves. You know what I mean? For example, some black assassin gloves look kind of dope.
Nice.
But not all black, so I'm not that edgy. You know, it's a nice relaxing palette to look like. I'm playing Red Orchid, so a lot of people expected me to play Kohaku, but my second character in Melty Blood was always Red Orchid. So once they added her, because I didn't think they were gonna add her actually because of like plot stuff for Melty Blood and what they said about the best way to put it is like Melty Blood is a separate story from Tsukihime, the base novel, I guess. And they said really early that like they're not going the Melty Blood route. They're going based off the Tsukihime remake that just came out. So these two games basically came out not together, but really close to each other. So because of that, I was like, oh, I guess Red Orchid's not going to be in the game, but Kohaku will be in the game. So like I could at least have her as a default. But she's in the game, so I'm like, all right, sick. And she got a really sick redesign, and I've been playing her a lot, and I just think she's pretty good, pretty fun. So I'm going with that for now. They're similarly to you. I have different problems than you, but like I have problems, you know, mainly just like legacy knowledge, old man shit, where like, oh, you know, this button usually works here in this situation, it doesn't. What do I do? Or oh, her air dash is twice as long as it used to be. Oh no, like my spacing was all screwed up, like stuff like that. That stuff you just get over with time, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I don't really have any of those like preconceived notions, I guess. So like I feel like I'm kind of going into this game like pretty fresh. It's wild. Like how long ago is like the last like Melty? Like 10 years ago? Yeah, it was basically 10 years ago. That's like which is like insane to think about. But yeah, I've been having fun with it. Have you tried like the maids at all? Like both of them?
Pair? No,
yeah, the pair.
Nah. I mean, they apparently look pretty strong. People are saying Goichi's playing Point Hisui, also, which is pretty uncommon in Melty Blood history for people to do that. But Hisui apparently got some like pretty good stuff, so I'm keeping an eye on what he's doing, of course. But yeah, I usually don't play maids, the maid pair, like ever, or any of the pair. If you play the NBA, there's a bunch of like pair characters that are in the game. I never play them.
Right. Yeah, Goichi was like known for playing Akiha? Yeah, that was like his go-to. And I'm like, you know what? Goichi is not loyal. My man is gonna pick some cheap shit. It doesn't matter if this is the first new Melty Blood in 10 years. It's like, I can play my waifu again. It's like,
dude, I promise
you. Some broken shit. He does not care.
I promise you, he tried Akiha. I promise you, he tried. It was the same shit. Like I tried Kohaku in training mode for like 15 minutes, and I was like, I don't know about this. and not even saying that she's bad, by the way. For people watching, I played Half Moon Kohaku. In the previous Melty Blood, there's grooves, right? So there's a Crescent Moon, the Half Moon, and Full Moon, and depending on what you pick, your character will have a different moveset, different special moves, different frame data, different combos, all sorts of stuff. So the Sea Moon Kohaku in every version of the game is top tier. And the one I was the most active in, the PS2 version, Half Moon Kohaku is basically the best character in the game. She's not as good in CC, but she's basically like number 1 or number 2. And a lot of stuff that I'm used to having, this version of Kohaku doesn't have. So she doesn't have the jump C that hits from behind. She doesn't have the boxing glove auto combo that she has in Half Moon. She, to my knowledge, doesn't have a command grab. And if she does, she definitely can't combo off it the same way Half Moon Kohaku does, like the way I'm used to. She does have some stuff I am used to having, but like there are important tools where I'm like, oh, she doesn't have the bombs, for example. She has plants, not bombs. So like there's just a bunch of stuff I'm like, man, like where is it?
Yeah, it's weird. Like
Yeah,
I know for Shiki, like they like kind of had a compromise to like have Nania's moveset. It's like after he lands arc drive, like he gets like
he
Nania
gets buffed.
moves.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, yeah, it's weird because you know some of the moves were like behind specific moons. So like now there's no like multiple moon system in this game. So it's pretty interesting, like the route that they went. But I don't know. I guess it's like a decent compromise. Like pick moves from this moon, right?
Mm.
Yeah. Is there any like mechanics in particular that have been like impressing you the most? For me, it's definitely been the movement of this game because I'm not like super melty fluent. Like the movement in this game has been really interesting. Like you can super double jump, which is like wild to me. Like and the game also has air drift like Dragon Ball from like neutral jumps, and it has you can do air dash double jump. Like there's so many different movement options, and it changes once you go into like Moondrive and all that. I've been enjoying the movement probably the most.
Again, I found like some challenge in it because again mostly like legacy stuff from like how people air dash, like people's air dash distances are different, and then like what buttons would I press in certain spots don't work the way I feel like it should. And the absolute biggest one that has been really messing with me is how fast the runs are. Like you actually can't double jump very much in this game. Like at least not like the way you would typically do it in a multi-blood game. Because like if someone runs on under you and you use your double jump already, you can't turn around, and barely any characters have cross-up moves, and that has been really messing with me. It wouldn't be such a big deal normally, but again, going back to like how I'm like kind of if. By the way, I'm doing well in the game. It's not like I'm not doing well in the game, but like while I'm playing, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do a lot. So like, I haven't been doing my normal spacing stuff with Red Arcade because I'm like, oh, her jump B doesn't hit low enough. So if they run at me, and I press the button, I'm gonna get hit. So I have to press something else, but it took me a little while to get used to. The dash is like by far the biggest change to me. There's things like you mentioned with the super double jump. You used to be able to super double jump straight up, backwards, or some more air control a little bit in previous versions, but still
Yeah, you can only do
overall,
it
like
forward this time. Yeah.
and I think it's fine too because you have Moondrive, so sometimes you get 3 jumps. So I think it's okay.
Ouch, fuzzy.
My back.
There you go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it works
Why does
every
that
time.
work?
I don't
You
know.
know?
I don't ask questions. It just
Okay.
fixes the autofocus.
Okay.
I wanted to talk about like so dash blocking. I also thought was like pretty weird in this game too.
It's recovering.
Yeah, it has like recover. I feel like I've been just playing so many fighting games nowadays where like dash blocking is really really powerful, and in this game it like doesn't really feel like that. It's so much more about like the air movement than I feel like the ground movement, at least like from the beginning for me at least.
It's gonna really depend on your character. Like some characters just function better airborne. Red Orchid is a character that's a kind of a mix. Like she likes to do both. Like her ground speed is incredibly fast and her run's really low to the ground. But she also has really good air buttons and ways to seal off portions of the screen. And she has a teleport too. That like the charge one that goes behind you or in front of you, and then the normal one that just like clears space. So with her, it feels like you want to vary, and it also feels like they kind of want people to try to play on the ground a little bit more. Between like, so the newcomers like Vlav and Noel, they both have like amazing mid-range moves. They both have pretty good anti-airs, which is not that common in Melty Blood to have, and Saber too is like that. So I don't know about her anti-air, but her mid-range is really good. Like just like her being able to throw out buttons when she's near you, like outside of jab range, like she's just good at it. So it's kind of been telling me that, oh, when I jump, like my melty spacing is fine, but like I have to be cognizant of like how good run is now, how good some characters mid-range normals are now, because usually it's only a couple of characters that really function with like they're not jabs on the ground, like characters like Nero, who you want to play, Warakia, like characters like that. Reese Beef might be another one. Kohaku is definitely one. But most characters, you're mostly jumping around / probably doing like dash jab, like like the lowest commit thing.
Yeah.
Where in this game, you have your air movement, but you can't / shouldn't use all the options too much or go too high. And like you gotta look out for someone who's running at you because the run is super fast.
Yeah, the acceleration's wild on it.
Yeah.
But I've been having trouble like anti-airing a little bit. It's like the three. I feel like the 3C was like this is the anti-air button, but I don't even know if that's like fully the case like all the time. Because when I'd like try to 3C anti-air as Vlav, like what happens is I clash a bunch. Like it happens like really frequently. So it's gonna definitely take me some time to figure out how to anti-air in this game.
And the real bad news is that like for some people it used to be parry, but there's no EX shield anymore. You have to commit to the guessing game.
The guessing game.
So even doing shield is unreliable. So as someone who's played Melty for a long time, I'm not actually so concerned that like I don't have an anti-air. Which by the way, Red Arcade does have a couple of anti-airs. So
this should go like
she has there's like the EX version, the Moon Drive version is really good, and like the main weakness of most of the anti-airs I've seen is that like the 3C does have like some type of upper body involved, but the total duration is ultra long, and you can't Gatling into anything, can't change into anything. All you can do is special cancel. So Red Arc's she gets to super jump height, and it's jump cancelable on block.
Yikes, that's really
Nice.
good. That's pretty good.
Nice. I think she's a good character. I'm actually really feeling her new stuff. But for people who are struggling with anti-airs, especially from like Guilty Gear or something, or probably my biggest recommendation would be you need to be able to judge kind of when your opponent's in the air, like how far can they actually go to reach you, and either go inside that so they overshoot you, or go outside of it so that they don't reach you, and you can like counter with something. So if you watch like high level players, like we'll probably post some matches on the channel, right? You'll notice like I keep like, unlike GG where like I keep really specific spacings by character, you know, like outside of Faust 2H, but inside the thrust, and then like I'll gamble dash and stuff like that. In this game with Red Arcade, you'll see me do a lot of like super low to the ground IADs, but like not a spot where anything will actually reach, but just as like trying to deter, based on where they could end up being, until I see somewhere where I can like pull up or something.
Yeah, for sure.
Pretty common.
For sure.
Yeah. Outro? I don't got shit. Yeah, I don't got shit.
All right, it sounds good. Well, I hope you guys liked that video. Let us know some of your thoughts on Melty Blood type Lumina right now in the comments below. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.